when you hear that Buster H.R. Oh, man, it's about to go down. You feel the tension in the air. Wrestling fans all over the world, get ready for this right here. They're gonna have a field day with this one. You're about to witness Buster Unmasked! Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! There's no telling what Buster's gonna say today. We just getting started. Just getting started! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Hosted by Buster H.R. Johnson. This is a Buster H.R. exclusive. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. You are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked. We are now tuned in to Buster Unmasked.
All right, y'all, we're here. We're live. You're watching Buster Unmasked. It is 2026. It's a brand new year. It's a brand new day, and I got a brand new guest for you right here today. But before we get this man out here, I got a few things that I need to plug. Look, guys, I don't know if I'm live on Facebook. I've been having some issues. Somebody tried to hack into my account, and I'm having some issues. I've been having some issues trying to stream live. I've been working with it all day. If it's live, y'all let me know. If not, go to the YouTube links and check it out, y'all. That's where you can find us at. Go to the YouTube links. Look, there's a few shows I want to plug. First of all, this Saturday night, Caruthersville, Missouri, American Hostile Championship Wrestling and the UWA have a big card. Let me play this teaser for you guys. Caruthersville, Missouri. It's time to get hostile as American Hostile Championship Wrestling and the Unified Wrestling Alliance returns to the Diane Sayer Rec Center on Saturday, January 10th. Bell time is 7:30 p.m. Doors open at 6:30 p.m. Ringside tickets are $13. General admission are only $11. You're going to see all the stars of the UWA and American Hostile Championship Wrestling. Do not miss it. All right, guys, you seen it right there. This Saturday night, Caruthersville, Missouri, the Diane Sayer Rec Center. Look, this card is anchored by a $5,000 UWA World Heavyweight Championship main event. The new champion, Jack Parker Jr., will be defending that title against the former champion, Bullwhip Ballard, with Money Mark in his corner. And let me just say this, guys. You always know if Money Mark's around, he is spending grandma's money. You know that? So if you do not want to miss that show, you're also going to see the AHCW UWA World Tag Team Champions, the Savage Brotherhood. They'll be there. The AHCW Heavyweight Champion, Big Joe Helms, the Silverback, will be there. So many other stars of the UWA. You do not want to miss that. Look, guys, here's a show right here I want to talk about that you don't want to miss. All right, you see it right there. I don't know why I'm shrunk down so low. We're not going to worry about it. Here's the deal. Saturday, January 17th, Osceola, Arkansas, Mid-Southern Championship Wrestling Arena, the MCW Arena. It's a tribute show to the franchise of MCW, White Lightning. Let me just say this, guys. This is a show you don't want to miss. There are going to be stars there from the past the present, and MCW has some great young guys that are the future of this business. So there's going to be stars from the future there also. You do not want to miss this show. It's going to be awesome. Going to be a lot going on. I can promise you this. It's going to be a jam-packed night. You do not want to miss it. And hold up a minute. Let me pull this up. Let's check this out right there. You see it. KAW. It is back, guys. The first date and the venue has just been confirmed today. I'll tell you guys a lot more about that in the upcoming weeks. Let me just say this. I can tell you this. We're looking for the brightest, the best, the toughest, the baddest ass young talent around our area. I can promise you that. We're looking for KAW style matches. We're also going to have some 5-star technical matches also. You don't ever know what you're going to get with KAW. Always remember what those 3 letters stand for: kick ass wrestling. And in a couple of weeks, I'll inform you guys a little bit more about what's going on with KAW. So now let's get down to business, guys. My guest tonight, is a star of Memphis wrestling. He is, let me just say this, he is one of the most entertaining, if not the most entertaining, charismatic men around our area. Let me just say this. He's got the bionic shoulders. He's got a magnetic personality that just draws people to him. And he is your current APW heavyweight champion, none other than Gio Savage.
Man, thank you for that introduction, man. That was dope.
Dude, I am glad to have you here. It took us, we were chatting before we went live about 210 episodes to get you here, but we got you here now, dude. We got you here, man. And it's all about you tonight, man.
Oh, man. I'm just another man on the block trying to make it. That's all.
I don't know about that, man. I said it in the intro. You have a magnetic personality. And what I mean by that is, when you come out of the dressing room, all eyes seem to gravitate to you, man. What do you think about that, man? Here's the thing. I don't think it's something you plan. I think it's a natural charisma that you got, dude.
Man, every single time I come out that curtain, I feel like it's all just going to switch one day. You know, I just feel like everyone's going to be like, who's he? But it hasn't happened yet, so that's why I'm just gonna keep on doing until it doesn't happen.
Gio, I don't think nobody's asking who you are, dude. I think everybody knows. We got the boss man with us, Ricky Kennedy. Says, "What's up, Hellraiser? What's up, Ricky?" Took me 210 episodes, but I got your guy on here, Ricky, man. No doubt about that, man. We got VRX Spixel. What's good? He said, what's good with you, man? I'm glad you're watching. Look, Gio, here's the thing. I like to jump around. So what we're going to do right now is I want to know when you started wrestling, man.
Ooh, man, I started wrestling up in 2018. September 2018 when I started wrestling.
So let me ask you this. How did you get in the business, man?
Well, so I had a buddy. I got a buddy named Midnight Rooster. I don't know if you remember him or not.
I know who he is.
Oh yeah, okay. So he was wrestling, and so I was like, shoot, put me on. And back at that time, I was like maybe like 160 pounds, and he was like, nah, G, go to school, make some money. Ain't no money in wrestling. You'll get crushed out there. And I'm like, man, whatever. So went to school, did all that stuff. I went to this this is years later now at this point. Like I was maybe like 23, 24 or whatever. Went to this wrestling show and I saw Ray Fury, JD Jenkins, Wes Warren, like the list goes on. Man, I was blown away at the performance. And they just reignited the passion to want to wrestle again. And so after the show, I went up to the promoter and asked, "Can I be a wrestler?" He like, "Sure." and exchange info, contact info, and all that stuff. Then I thought about it. I'm like, man, I'm gonna try to hit up Rooster one more time and see what he gonna do. So call Rooster, say, hey, I really want to wrestle. Whoop the whoop. He said, okay. He pretty much just said, okay, just to brush me off. And then one day I saw him at a gas station, and this one I had got gained to like 200 pounds at this point. He was like, oh man, Jay, you ready to wrestle now? And so he connected me with some people up in Batesville. Shout out to Ricky Kennedy, Giant Hillbilly. Shout out to German Soul Train Sergeant. But yeah, they coached me. It was Pro Wrestling Association, which I'm still the champ over there. I'm still the champ over there, which is crazy.
You collecting them belts, man.
I know, right? But yeah, started with them. After 2 months of training, uh, pretty much was riding Rooster's coattail, and went to a show, and one person didn't show up, and they put me in the main event. I was like, oh god,
Throwed you right in the fire, man. That's how it always happens, man. Somebody don't show up, and then boom, you're in the main event, dude.
Yeah. And since then, it's just been going from there. I just try to have. I just what I've learned from, like, I guess all my trainers combined and stuff, just have like the same type of energy, type of charisma that you like to see on TV.
Right.
So at that time, it was like Dolph Ziggler, Montez Ford, uh, Macho Man. The list goes on. So I like to kind of like embody myself into all those three. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Has the charisma always been there, or is it something that was kind of hid in the background and it took wrestling to bring it out, man?
Man, to be honest, well, I guess the shoulder thing. You want to know the shoulder story?
Well, here's the thing with you, man. We'll definitely talk about the shoulders, but that's not just it. Everybody hangs on the shoulder thing. But even before you do that, the minute your music hits, the minute you come out of the dressing room, all eyes are already on you. And I don't think we can give the shoulder thing all that credit, man. I love it. Everybody loves it. There's no doubt about that. But I don't feel like that's the whole package, dude. I feel like there's a lot more that goes along with the gimmick, man.
Man, I appreciate that, man, because a lot of folks don't even know a single move that I do, but they know when I do the shoulders, they know that.
Hey, man, whatever works, that's what you roll with, man.
Right. And it just took off like wildfire. But really, to be honest, I guess what caused not being afraid to go out in front of a crowd, I guess, was being in band, because we had to put on a performance in front of like crowds of people. So I mean, I was never really afraid to, like, perform in front of people. So that was just already there. It just more so just more eyes specifically on me.
Right.
So
that's the thing about the ring, man. It puts the spotlight right on your ass, man. There ain't nowhere to run. Man. There ain't no group of people to hide in. The eyes are on you when you step in the middle of that ring. And look, Mark McGee's with it. He says, I'm just mad because I can't do the shoulder thing. Man, look, man, I do what I can do, man. You know what I do what I can do. Hey, Ricky Kennedy's back, and he says, you're the kind of guy you want your daughter to marry. Talk to me about that. That's not the first time Ricky said that, man. Not the first time. This dude speaks so highly of you, Gio.
I appreciate that, boss.
Ricky loves Gio Savage, man. There's no doubt about that, man. So look, I'm glad you mentioned band. So let's jump around a little bit. Let's go all the way back, man, and tell me a little bit about where you're from, and talk to me about your upbringing, man. If you played any sports in school, if you did anything other than band, let's talk about it, dude.
Man, believe it or not, I have like zero to little athletic background. All I did was band from fifth grade to almost high school. I tried to do powerlifting, and I went to a just a little just a meet, just competing with other high schoolers, and
Right.
I was in the same weight class as just one other person, and I lost that, and I was mad, so I quit that, and I worked for a restaurant. But other than that, I mean, I played around with footballers. When they play football after school, I played
Right.
with them. But other than that, like I tried out for the basketball team, didn't make it. So
So it sounds like wrestling was your calling.
exactly. Like if they had a wrestling team where I was from, I would have I would have definitely joined and probably dominated.
And that's the thing about wrestling, man. There's a lot of guys that get into wrestling business that really never played any kind of organized sport whatsoever, and they say the same thing you do. Well, I really didn't have no athletic ability, but you find the right outlet, and that athletic ability seems to shine, man.
Oh yeah. Band definitely kept me away from a lot of injuries. So so I thank Band for that.
So
Definitely thank Band for that.
played in band, really no high school sports or nothing like that. You find yourself in the wrestling business. Let's go to that first night, that first main event match. Take me there, man. When you're there and they all of a sudden now come to you and say, hey man, get your shit on, you're in the main event. Talk to me about that. Talk to me about specifically that moment. What was going through your head, man?
Man, something dropped in my throat. I'm like, my throat got hard. I'm like, oh Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And at this point, like I only know like 5 moves. And I'm like, and all these guys are bigger than me. Like it was Rooster, uh, it was Reaper,
Man,
it was one more guy. I can't remember the third guy. But
both of
but in
those
my
guys
opinion,
are big guys, though, man.
yeah, yeah. And I'm like, I can't do a suplex on neither of these guys. Like, come on. But
So
man,
how were
like,
the nerves, man?
oh my gosh. Like, so the entrance, I just try to, embody myself as, Dolph Ziggler. And that was just a driving force for me, just to emulate Dolph, just have his confidence, and I'm good.
Right.
And so I had that. The crowd was rocking with it. So I'm like, okay, okay, that's cool. That's cool. Got in the match. Terrible.
so let's talk about it, Gio. I think we've all kind of been there. Let's talk about how that match was, man.
Man, I did the same moves over and over. Like I only had 5 moves. Like
Hey,
all
some
I could
guys
do,
say that's all you need, man. 5 moves of doom, man.
man, I barely knew how to do them. Like the guy was too big for 3 of them, so I only had like 2.
So man,
I
we're
too
gonna
small.
look. We're gonna do a lot of headlocks, and I'm gonna probably throw a bunch of drop kicks that nobody's gonna bump for, man. I don't know, you know.
And at that time, I didn't know how to throw a drop kick. Not a good looking one.
So now here's my thing. My first match, man, I was just so happy that it was over. When it was done, I was so happy it was over. How'd you feel when you got back through that curtain and got that first match out of the way, man?
Man, so I was ecstatic. Like looking back at it, I thought that was one of like the best matches ever. But now, like hindsight, that was the most terriblest match ever.
So that's one of them matches you really want to disappear, huh? If it's
Man,
on video anywhere, you kind of hope it
please
never
delete
shows
it.
up on YouTube.
Please delete it. And
Look,
thing about that was like it was just just a country show. No recordings or nothing. Nobody's recording. So I'm like, okay, cool. And I wasn't supposed to wrestle. Like
right.
I wasn't released to wrestle just yet. I just thought, and this is where my name just came from. Like Savage was a popular trend. I love Macho Man. I'm like, Geo Savage. I'm like, I just had to think of something real quick because I didn't even have a name yet. I just said Geo Savage. And they said, okay, Geo Savage, let's go. And
Dude,
Reaper.
you hit the nail on the head the first try, dude.
Reaper, I'll never forget this about Reaper. He was like, well, what's your real name? I like, Giorgio. Like, yeah, that name sounds gay. We're gonna go with Gio.
Yeah, I think Gio's the smart play right here, man. You know what I mean? Look, we got Hot Tamale with us in the Burn 'em Up podcast. Have you seen any of Hot Tamale stuff?
Heck yeah! I just met him a few weeks ago.
Dude, I mean, here's my opinion. It's the Burn 'em Up podcast, my personal favorite podcast. I think this dude's the funniest dude in wrestling right now, man. Without a doubt,
hilarious.
man. He said, hey, he said his beard looks better than yours, man. Hot Tamale's already on your ass, man. You don't know.
Already. Ain't that the man? I'm gonna put my voice up there too. Ain't that the man?
Hey, man, Gio, let's be honest, man. You know you ain't no real wrestler, man. Hot Tamale, the only real wrestler in our whole territory, Gio.
Man,
you know that, man.
One. He's the only one that been on TV and everything,
I seen him and Derek had a little heat, man. I seen a couple of these little shorts, man. Him and Derek's had some heat, man. Funniest dude out there. If none of y'all have checked Hot Tamale out, go check him out. Go find the Burn 'em Up podcast. Check him out, man. Funny dude. Everything he does is hilarious, man. Everything. Gio, man. All right, you got that first match out of the way, man. Take me to your second match. Where was your second match? Who was it with, man? And here's the $1 million question. How did the second match go, man?
It was a little better. Because it was at a bar. This was at a bar that burnt down. But it was still major corner. And I'm thinking no one's going to record here either. Man. But it just so happened like some teachers from my college that I attended went there and they recorded and they showed people that I knew. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm embarrassed now. But because like they were using like things like Tupperware boards to hit people, throwing people against the wall. I'm like, oh, Lord.
Poo noodles. Noodles, man. I've seen that, man.
Yeah, I'm like, oh. They gonna
like,
think it's a joke now.
If you're gonna use a poo noodle, everybody needs to know that it's loaded in the center, man. There needs to be a metal rod right down the center of it or something, man. I don't even understand it, dude.
But this was even worse. This was a Tupperware like lid, like the plastic thing or whatever.
One of the big tote deals.
Yes.
Oh man,
it was terrible.
Man, nowadays if you watch the death matches, they'll take them damn things and stick tacks and stuff up through them.
I know, right?
Hey man, that changes that whole plastic lid a whole lot, man.
This was nothing like that. This was very safe and well condensed. Like it was nothing extra, just a lid. But man, we rolled with it.
You have come a long way, dude. From 2018, we just into 2026. You're 8 years in, man.
Yeah. Man.
Everybody says it usually takes you about 10 years to really start understanding this business. So from the time you started, man, you're 8 years in. How do you feel about the business now, man? Now that you know what the business is like, kind of what goes on, how things work, because that's a big issue. There's so many unwritten rules in the wrestling business that they expect you to know, and ain't nobody told your ass none of this shit yet, Gio. So talk
right?
to me about your development over these 8 years, man.
Man, to be honest, like starting out, I was pretty much told, shut up, don't complain, just go with the flow. As long as you remain a good sport, you'll do good. And that's good to a certain extent, but when you're just constantly, pushing down, getting pushed down, and you're doing your best, you're showing up, you're setting the ring up, taking the ring down, but you're still not getting the push.
Right.
It's very discouraging. So I mean, it's just I would say it's a love hate relationship with some things, but I still understand it too with the business aspect because the main goal is to make money.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
And I think that's lost on a lot of talent today. I think a lot of talent, their goal is to get in front of their hometown fans and be a hometown star, which, in my opinion, look, here's the thing. All that's great, but if there ain't no money in your hometown, you ain't generating no money with wrestling, you ain't
Exactly.
making no money off of it, you're taking up space at that point. It's the way I
Yep.
look at it. Give
Yep.
that spot up to somebody who wants to go all the way, man.
Exactly. Who got the passion for it? Because if you don't got the passion for it, then like, why are you here? Like these car rides, these wear and tear on your car, on your vehicle, it's not worth it. On your body, it's not worth it unless you got passion for it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Here's the thing. You said it earlier. Look, Ricky says I call them gas station wrestlers, and I guess that's a perfect way to describe them, man. Wrestling is built on discouragement. Here's the thing, man. You got to have heart. Here's the thing. You got to have heart to stay in the wrestling business because of all the political drama that goes on and all the political
Oh yeah.
crap. You got to have heart to be a wrestler because no matter what, you got to be tough as hell. And physically tough just don't cut it. You got to have that heart too because
Oh
every
yeah.
time you step in the ring, you are taking a beating. Your body is, and you know there's no way around it. This ain't MMA. There ain't no chance, or boxing. This ain't no chance of going in there and knock somebody out with one shot, not taking no abuse. You know you're going to take abuse. So let's talk about that, man. Let's jump back a little bit. Let's kind of rewind. Talk to me about the first time you got in the ring and actually took a bump, Gio.
Man. Well, so I kind of cheated. I was before I even started training for wrestling. I was watching YouTube videos on like what to do. Like I'm watching like the core basics, the
Right.
core basics. So I'm already knowing how to run the ropes. I'm already knowing how to take bumps, flip bumps, and all this stuff. And people who were training me, they were like, "Have you been like you've been to another school, haven't you?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't. I haven't. I just been watching YouTube."
Gio, let
But
me stop you right there for a second. That blows me away, dude. That blows me away. The only thing I can picture is in the first Karate Kid where Danielson is on the YMCA uh, whatever it is, and he's learning karate through the computer.
yeah.
Before he meets Mr. Miyagi. It blows me away that there's actually now it don't, but man, how long is instructional professional wrestling been on the internet, man? That's my question for you, dude.
I don't know. I just thought like once I got the approval from Rooster, I just started deep sea diving into it. I'm like, okay, this is how we're gonna do this. I ain't gonna break my neck. All right, good deal. This is how you run the ropes. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go. Learned,
So,
took all that in at the first day. And they're like, you've been somewhere before. You're lying. Where have you been? Where are you from?
hey, the
Like,
bad thing is,
oh,
it sounds like you two may be a better trainer than a lot of trainers out there, man.
no, I still say I tell everyone go to a wrestling school because only YouTube can take you so far. But an actual coach, just talking the business, talking moves, talking consistency, talking like merch, talking character.
Right.
Only the help from a coach, from a
Right.
student.
So let's delve into the YouTube wrestling. You've been checking that out. You finally get in the ring. You knew how to hit the ropes and stuff. But down here where we are, it's always metal cable. The
Oh
the
yeah.
ropes are steel cable. So talk to me about kind of learning this stuff on YouTube and then actually putting it into practical use in the ring, hitting the ropes. Because man, when you first start hitting the ropes, it will eat you alive. The
Oh
metal
yeah.
ropes will tear you up. And then let's talk
Absolutely.
about the first bumps too. What it was like the first bump you actually took in the ring, man. How it felt compared to how you thought it would feel.
So, me, I'm thinking, it's padded and it's not gonna hurt. So I'm like, make sure I tuck my neck, make sure I spray my hands out, and I'm good. So I just jumped up and did it. Boom. Whew. Anything's gonna feel like that. it I ain't gonna say it hurt bad, but it made you like reconsider about what you want to do.
That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the first. That is the first part of learning respect for the wrestling business is because I think everybody kind of has this opinion of what a ring's going to be like, what taking a fall in a ring's going to be like. And then when you get in there, now it's not something. Don't get me wrong. I have been in some rings that were hard as
Oh yeah.
concrete. But overall, it's not something that's going to kill you taking a bump, but it does.
Right.
That first one you take, man, it
Man.
kind of right then you kind of know in your head, damn, do I want to do this anymore or not? You know what I mean? Can I
Yeah.
take 30 of these a night?
Man. And at that point I was like, I ain't no wuss. I'm gonna keep on going. Cause Russo, he even admitted it. He was like, I ain't gonna lie to you, G. I thought you was gonna quit after your first day. Well, I kept on with it though. I kept
so
on with it.
so let's talk about the next morning after the first day, because I'll be honest with you, man, my first day of training, and
Ooh.
I had to travel 8 hours from Helena all the way to Nashville. And that's back when it's 55 miles an hour. So it's an 8 hour trip there almost and an 8 hour trip back. Trained for 3 hours. Man, when I got home, by the time I got home, I was so sore, man. I went straight to the house, man, run the hottest tub of water with Epsom salt in it I could possibly find, Gio. How was your second day, man? How was the morning after training the first time?
Bro, my neck was stiff, my back was stiff, my elbows had knots on them.
That's something people don't realize too, man. You're supposed to kind of slam them arms into the mat when you take that bump. But me personally, if I'm in there with somebody who's never done it, I make them keep their arms up because it's
Yeah,
real easy to stone bruise them elbows. My
man.
biggest issue when I was training the first day, I could tuck. For some reason, it was instinctual for me to tuck my head, but I was letting my heels slam on the mat every time I took a
Ooh,
bump. So by the time I got home, when I pulled my shoes off, it felt like my heels were coming off with them, dude. So any issues for you like that, man? You talked about the elbows. Talk about that, man, because even though that ring's got a little give and there might be a little bit of padding, man, you can still stone bruise your elbows up, your knees up, your heels
yeah,
up real
yeah.
bad. Any
Achilles.
issues with any of that? What about tucking your head? Dude, dude.
I've definitely slapped the back of my head on the mat a few times, and this is like when I know what I'm doing too. Like it'll happen. It'll just happen.
Yeah, you got to be careful, man. You can knock yourself out in a wrestling ring, man. It takes some practice, man. It takes some time, and it goes back to that earlier. You got to have a tough
Man,
heart and tough skin to be in the
right?
wrestling business. If you're soft in either one of those places, you might as well get out while you can, because
I'm trying to
the
tell you.
wrestling business is going to kick you down until you realize, man, the key to the wrestling
Man.
business is just keep getting back up, keep
Oh,
plugging forward.
yeah. And like with that, I think I think of like, like musicians and like all these artists trying to paint a picture or like tell a story with their music or with their art. I do the same thing with my wrestling. And though like it's like you know how uh those same people get like, I guess I ain't gonna say depressed, but like
You get
I guess
writer's block and
writer's
get.
block, yeah.
I mean,
Wrestling block.
yeah, you do, man.
Yeah. And it's like, man, like, am I meant to do this? Like, like, am I supposed to be here? Was that good enough? Like, what am I doing differently? What can I do better? And you just like stuck in that cycle for so long, then something like snaps. Like, okay, here we go. Get the ball rolling, get the ball rolling. Then the same thing happens again. Wrestling block.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's
The thing
crazy,
about
man.
Well, the thing about the wrestling business, man, you can literally be up here 1 second, and in a split second, you could be from up here all the way back down here. Mentally, you got to be strong mentally to be in the wrestling business, man. It's just as simple as
Absolutely.
it. You know, because it is you're going to get 10 times the rejections as you get approval, man. You're going to get
Yeah,
10 no's, 10 you did that wrong, 10 that sucked, to
absolutely.
everyone, man, that was good. Good job, man. It's 10-1. Always been that way. I think it'll always be that way. But that's another thing. You gotta realize that rejection builds character. You know,
Exactly.
adversity builds character, man. It's as simple as that. And
And being your own worst critic and like wanting criticism of your work.
right,
Like when I talked to Rick about when I asked him to watch a match of mine or something, he'll give me the criticism. I'm like, appreciate that, boss. Or anybody else. I always ask people who's gonna give me like stuff that I can work on. You know what I'm saying? But
constructive criticism.
it's exactly.
There's a big difference in dogging somebody and critiquing somebody.
Exactly.
Big giant difference, man. And I feel like a lot of young guys, like when I broke in, you learn it because that's the way everybody did it, and that's how everybody treated you. Now
Right.
I feel like sometimes the young guys, I see veterans sometimes kind of not even critique, just try to give guys advice, and they take it as if the veteran's saying you did something wrong. You shouldn't have done this, when really a lot of times it's more about they liked what you did. They're just trying to tell you a little bit of way to maybe make it work better, maybe
Right. Well, make
perfect
it
it.
make sense.
You got to be able to accept those critiques in the wrestling
It-
business without
exactly.
getting your feelings hurt.
Exactly. And that's another way to like remain humble and not smell yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because like you may be, just like you say, you may be up here one day, the next day you down here. But if you like stay down here, you may have a great match and have you up here. But if you bring yourself down, like what can I do better? Uh, I didn't like that part. Like every time I watch a match, I'm like, I could have did that better. I could have did that better. You know. So I
I think
always
we're
try to
all,
keep that down.
I feel like you need to be your worst critic in the wrestling business.
Absolutely.
Probably in a lot of different businesses, man. You need to be your own worst critic, because if here's the thing, a lot of people's gonna lie to your ass. A lot of people see something that sucks, and they're not gonna tell you, "Hey, man, that wasn't so good." They're gonna say,
Right.
"Oh, Gio, man, that was great, man. I loved it," and that does not help. That does nothing but pump your ego up. So
Exactly.
you're the only person that's really going to look at what you do, and you can't deny it. You can't say, well, this dude here didn't like it. He don't like me, so that's why he said this sucked. No, you got to be able to watch your stuff and watch what you do and accept the reality of what you're doing. Whether it was good or
Absolutely.
bad, you got to be able to say, man, I don't think I want to do that no more. I'm just not good at it. It looks like shit. I suck at it. Or I need to work my ass off to try to make that better. And here's the thing about wrestling.
Exactly.
we're not all meant to be able to do every move the greatest. It's as simple as that. Some stuff you learn you just need to leave alone. Hide it outside.
Right?
If you're not good at it, don't draw attention to the things you're not good at.
Exactly.
Things you are good at, man. And I think we all should be our own worst critics when it comes to the wrestling business. Because then you know where you stand. And like you said, stay humble. Even if you know you're good looking, until you're Shawn Michaels, having the big head is a bad thing in the wrestling business. Especially at our level, the big head can lose you bookings no matter how good you are.
Man.
If you're a pain in the ass to deal with, people are not going to book you. Now, when you get to Shawn's level and you're at the top of the business, you can get away with being an ass sometimes and having the big head. But for guys just starting out, it's a crippling crutch to have the big head.
It really is. It really is.
So look, Gio, man, you're 8 years in. Let me ask you this. Did you meet up with Ricky before you started working at Memphis Wrestling?
Oh, yeah, definitely before.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about, because we see the APW heavyweight title right there. So let's talk about how you hooked up with APW, man.
So I think this was back in 2019, the first APW show. And I was just tagging along with Rooster and Night Train. And met Ricky there. I was in a three-way match with Josh McGinnis and TIP. Both great guys.
Right.
And shoot. And like I lost the match, but I felt like I won because the crowd was like clapping. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right. And so Ricky was telling me about he's opening up a school. I'm like, please. Like in an actual building, like not outside or anything like that. With an actual ring and no mattresses or nothing like that. And so I went to the school, got the training. When I say Ricky like drilled moves into me, that's why I still say I had one of the best drop kicks. You know what I'm saying? Because of Ricky. Ricky made me do 10 drop kicks to make sure it was crisp. I'm gonna have to send you like a clip of a drop kick, or one of my drop kicks or something.
Oh, I've seen you drop kick, man. I've seen you drop kick. I want to see a clip of some of the first drop kicks you've thrown, man. Is what I want to see, dude. And let's talk about Ricky for a second. Because here's the thing about Ricky. I feel like he is one of the best promoters around our area on the up and up. Ricky's a straightforward guy. And here's the thing. He's not your normal promoter. Your normal promoter, it's all about what you can do for them. Ricky seems to be there for his guys. He don't just help you guys out with the wrestling. I feel like Ricky, each one of you guys are an extended family of Ricky's, man. He really cares about you guys. And when you get a promoter that cares about his talent, that's special, man. There's something special right there. So let's talk about Ricky himself, man.
Man, great guy. One of my favorites. One of my favorites, man. I don't got nothing bad to say about him, man. Like he's that guy. Like I'm not finna say what I'm finna say, but like he's definitely like one of the main people that that brought it out of me. You know what I'm saying? Like this man was telling me to like move, like go, leave. I'm like, go where? Leave my job? No. And he really was trying to make me believe in myself, you know? And so I believe in myself, you know what I'm saying? I believe in myself, but the bills still gotta get paid too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But Ricky, like he will push you. He will make you believe in yourself.
And most promoters don't want you to leave. If you're a good talent and they can make money off of you, They're not telling you to
Right?
go nowhere. They're telling you to stay right here, man. You're my
Right.
star. I'll make you a star, even if even if you're just a star of Helena, Arkansas. I'll make you a star. But I mean, and it's no secret. There's no real money that comes with that. I mean,
Right.
that's just the honest truth. We all look. You get in this business with dreams and aspirations, and you think, oh, I'm gonna be rich. And then when you get in it, and you figure out how the business really is and the economics of the business.
Man.
That weeds out a lot of people. That right there
Right.
weeds out the people who really love this business and want to be a part of it, and the people that just wanted to use it as a stepping stone or use it for financial gain.
Exactly. Shoot, I
And
know my nieces, they always beg me for money. And I asked them, why y'all always asking me for money? Because you wrestle and make a lot of money. I'm like, what?
here's what I call it, Gio. TV rich. If anybody sees you on TV as a wrestler, they immediately now think you're rich. Look, when I first started, uh, man, I growed up in Helena. So I lived my whole life there. When I broke in the wrestling business, and I'd been wrestling a few years before I ever made it to the studio in Memphis. First damn time I get on TV in the studio, the next day people see me at the liquor store. Now that shows you where I'm at. You know, I'm at the studio one day, and now they see me buying a fifth of liquor the next. But people that know me my whole life now think I got money. I call it TV rich. If they see you on TV, they think you're rich, man, and it's could not be further from the truth. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
What you need to do is tell your nieces and nephews, no, man, I need to borrow some of your money. I know you got allowance. I need to hold about $5 from each of you guys, man.
But I'm like a fool. I still pay for it. You know, those are my little nieces. So I do
And
what
that
I got to
right
do.
there is why you got to have that shoot job.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
so, so Ricky, type of promoter, says go out, get more exposure, go out and make a name for yourself. So, how long had you worked for Ricky before you ventured into Memphis wrestling, man? Because I mean, if I got my stuff right, you pretty much been a feature on Memphis wrestling since you've been there.
Yeah. Yeah. When did I go to? It was either 2022 or 2023 when I first made it to Memphis wrestling. But
So,
but
so
I guess
let's go
you
ahead,
want to talk
Gio.
about like how we got into it? Or shoot.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk going from APW, going from normal outlaw shows is what I was brought in calling them. Any show that wasn't on if it wasn't a Lawler show, it was an outlaw show. So
Yeah.
let's talk about going from outlaw shows to now. You're going to the Wrestle Center. You're part of Memphis Wrestling. People seeing you all over the country now. So let's talk
Right.
about the difference in was Memphis Wrestling your first taste of TV?
EPW was my first taste of TV.
APW. Well,
Yeah.
so let's talk about that then. So you did a little stint with EPW before Memphis.
Oh yeah. Most definitely.
Well, let's start there then. Let's start EPW. That's your first TV. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about going from house shows where you got 15, 20 minutes. You got time to actually work matches.
Man.
You got time to, if you screw something up, you got time to bring it back down and rebuild it, go into TV. And if you got 3 minutes, you got 3 minutes to make it happen. No matter what you're doing,
Man.
whether you're losing, whether you're winning, you got 3 minutes to make it happen. So let's talk about going from house shows to TV, man. How was your first TV experience?
The first TV experience, it was definitely like I'm thinking like, oh man, how am I gonna get all these moves in? And like that's still something that I struggle with today. Cause like now, like one of my favorite wrestlers in this area is Mike Anthony. Like this man can tell a whole story without doing anything.
Right.
Like with his face. With his face. go in the ring, do one move, get pinned 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Like I want to be on that level. You know what I'm saying? Like that's phenomenal. Of course, I want to go like do 50 million moves in 5 minutes too. But if I can do the simplest stuff and still get a great reaction and tell a story with that, I want to do that.
You don't want to give the fans everything you can do in one match. It's
Right.
I mean, this is holds true anywhere, whether it's television, whether it's a house show, and you got 30 minutes. If you got 30 minutes, pick something out that you guys work for 5-6 minutes. A headlock takeover, man. You can take a headlock takeover and get 10 minutes out of it if you really want to, and be entertaining as hell and tell the story. So you never want to give them everything you can do in one's match, because here's the problem: when you come back next week, if you showed them everything you have, what do you got new to show them now? What are you going to impress them with?
Exactly, and that's why I think like training is such a like that what brings the like realism into wrestling. Just the training aspect, you know what I'm saying? Because you're going back and forth. You don't know what the person's going to do. You're going back and forth, and then once you get done training and then you go into your actual stuff, like they're like, oh, this is getting good. This is getting oh. Like this, as for me, that's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? I just had a match for Awesome Wrathchild, and we had the crowd like eating at the palm of our hands. I'm like, oh man, this is like perfect simple match.
So let's discuss that, because here's the thing: when you first start wrestling, it takes you a while for you to be aware of that. Aware. A lot of times when you first start, you can be having a great match and the crowd's right where you really want them, but it's by dumb luck. It ain't like you really manipulated that situation to put them there when
Right.
you want them to. It just happened to happen that way. So talk to me about when you are starting to, when you get enough experience, when you can, the saddest, because here's my thing, man, there's nothing more satisfying in the wrestling business than having an idea. And if you're not the one doing it, having an idea for somebody else, if you're the booker, and watching them go out and pull it off to perfection, and the crowd does exactly what you wanted them to do when you wanted it to happen. For me, that's the most satisfying thing about pro wrestling, period. Whether I'm in
Absolutely.
the ring or if in the back calling the shots, that's the most satisfying thing. Being able to manipulate that audience and put them where you want them when you want them there.
Absolutely.
When did you start noticing that? When did you become aware that, hey, I can do this, man? It's a whole different thing when you first start.
Well, shoot. I always think about what I would want to see as a fan.
There you go.
Like, yeah,
There
because
you
like
go.
I want to
Here's
be engaged. Like a lot of folks come there to yell, to cheer, to boo, and like they want to be interacted with. So if I go out into the crowd, if I'm selling, like if I'm hurt, I'm gonna touch somebody, try to bring myself up on their lap or something. They're like, oh, he's touching me. Oh snap! What do I do? What do I do?
look
Or I'm
them
like,
right in the eyes. Look them right in the eyes and show
exactly,
that sympathy, man.
exactly. Just this past Saturday, I was looking at one boy, and he was like sitting down like nervous, and I'm trying to like sell up. I'm looking right dead at him. He was like, "Get up, get up, get up! Come on, Gio, get up!" And he was just getting like more and more and more into it. Like the more I looked at him, he was like getting more and more into it. So I'm like, this is good. This is good.
That's that emotional connection that you have to
Exactly.
have with fans if you want to get over. Here's the thing, and I say it all the time, and I get sick of saying it because I know I probably said it 100 times on this podcast. Uh, you can make wrestling fans pop off of anything. Getting a
Man,
pop and getting over is two completely different things. The guy who got the
exactly.
pop is forgot about on the ride home. The guy who got over is the guy they're talking about on the ride home.
Right, right. And I, I still don't know how I be getting over and stuff like that. I don't know. I'm a fan first. I'll say that. I'm a fan first.
And see, that's the way I always, whether it's a match or anything, if I'm booking something, I do just like you, man. I always think if I'm sitting out there in the crowd, knowing what I know, what would make me pop? What would I get
Exactly.
off on? What would get me off? And then I try to do that. And here's the thing: we were always taught every match is a story. If you got 2 minutes
Yeah.
in a match, that's your opportunity to tell a 2 minute story. And people say, you
Yeah.
can't tell a story in 2 minutes. Yes, you can. Yes, you
Exactly.
can. You can tell a story in 1 minute. You said it earlier, Mike Anthony, one of the most over experienced veterans that we have active around our area today. You said it. He could tell a story in 1 minute. Facial expressions, get in the ring, get pinned, and people understand what just happened. They're able to
Exactly.
follow it, man.
Exactly. And that's why I've been trying to get underneath his tutelage for a minute now. Like for a minute. So
There's not
if you see me start getting better, hey.
well. Here's the thing: those veterans are becoming few and far between.
Oh,
Here's
absolutely.
my thing: that bridge between old school and new school is steady shrinking. Every year it shrinks a
Right?
little more. So if you're around any of these guys, Derek, Alan Steele, Mike Anthony,
Absolutely.
I could name several more. And you have the chance to absorb some of their knowledge, you best do it, because that's the only thing. What happens when nobody remembers the old school and how to do it? Because there is a way to do it. In the wrestling business, I hear all the time, well, wrestling's modern now. No, the same shit that worked 100 years ago will work now if
Work
it's done
today.
right. If it's done
Exactly.
right, it'll work today, man.
I'm telling you.
So let's talk about Memphis, and I want to touch on Draco for a minute, because I know you're in a new tag team called Muddy Waters, and I want to talk about that because I love that name. But let's go back to your last regular tag partner, Gio. Let's talk about Draco. I had Draco on probably 6-7 months ago, and he gave his perspective of what went down with y'all. Give me your perspective of what went down with you and Draco, man.
Nah, I need to know what he said.
Uh,
What did
basically
he
he
say?
said he said he was tired of standing in your shadow and it was time for him to shine. Is the gist of it. I mean, he said a lot more than that, but that's pretty much it. Was time for him to be the lead dog. I feel like, if I remember right, he kind of felt like he was the second fiddle in the team.
See, so Draco, that's still my little brother. I still got love for him and all that stuff. But I know I felt he was feeling that way, and so I decided, let him give the reins, let him take the reins for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? See how it feels to be in the spotlight and all that. But when you just keep doing wrong, come on, I got you. Come on back. Let me correct you. Let me tell you what's going on right here. But if you're not gonna listen, how can I help you? You can't feed a thirsty horse to a well of water. You
That's
got to
right.
come to it yourself. So,
And
but I
Draco,
don't.
man, uber talented. Draco ain't even close to. I don't believe Draco's even really tapped into his potential yet.
At
If you want to
all.
know the truth, man, Draco's. I see so much potential in Draco and so much talent in Draco. But I mean, y'all were a good tag team, man. Y'all had
Bro,
a
we,
lot of success.
yeah, like we just instantly click. Like, and like thing is, like, I didn't know I was going to even tag with him until like the day of, and so just knowing what him telling me his background and what all he could do. And I'm like, this is gonna be nice. And then like he is like miles and miles and miles like ahead of where I even started. Ace. Oh man, Ace.
Big
Shout out to Ace.
big Ace
Ace,
Duke.
Ace taught me how to run the ropes. And I always credit Ace for for teaching me how to run the ropes a better way. And I run the ropes the same way to this day. Shout out to
Ace,
Ace.
Ace is my dude, man. Ace, I hope you're ready. The 25th is coming up fast, man. Him and Chris Lex gonna face off in the Dirty
Uh-oh.
Dozens roast battle Sunday, January 25th at 8 p.m. Everybody, I've got a ton of messages from people. Everybody is ready to see that battle right there between those two guys.
I'm ready to see it myself.
I built it as the king of Memphis trash talkers. Who really is the king, man? Ace
Uh-oh.
Duker or the king of Pal Chris Lex?
I feel like he gonna say something about a sap sucker.
Oh, you know he gonna say Sap Sucker, man. You know that, man. You know that. Ace says he's got that in the bag, man. I'm anxious for that one. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that whole show. That'll be a first round battle. The winner of that battle will move on to the second round, but we're also going to have our first second round battle between Garth Mahoney and Justin Klein to see which one of those two guys makes it in the finals. There's going to be a $75 cash prize for those guys. Big Ace and Chris Lex, there's a $50 cash prize to the winner. I'm looking forward to it, Gio. You need to get on in this Dirty Dozens, man. I know you can talk trash, Gio.
I can only talk trash when I'm like heated. So yeah.
So we got to do something to you in the back or before the show to get you fired up, man. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
So look, go ahead, Gio.
I say it doesn't just roll off the tongue because like when I'm cool, I'm just cool. It doesn't just roll off the tongue. But when I'm heated, oh, you gonna catch a bullet. Like you gonna catch a stray.
Hot Tamale says, man, I can talk trash. Hot Tamale, man, there's a spot for you in the Dirty Dozens anytime you want it, man.
Oh, please put them in there.
I just been waiting to get our podcast on the 27th done, and that's the first thing I was going to ask you, man. When you going to jump into these dozens, Tamale? I think Tamale would be dangerous in the dozens, Gio.
Absolutely. Please put them in there.
Man, I don't know if I'll even be able to host it if he's in there. That dude keeps me rolling, man. Keeps me rolling. Man, my man got that, what is it, that junior featherweight, heavyweight championship he's got, man. I'll be loving it, man. He be killing me. Oh, Ace
right across his waist, too.
Ace says he wants Hot Tamale. I'll tell you what, dude. You get past Chris Lex, and Hot Tamale wants to jump in, we'll make that thing happen. Look, there's going to be a big KAW show coming up soon, the first quarter of the year, and it ain't just going to be wrestling. There's going to be a live roast battle. So I'm looking for two guys who are ready to go live right there in front of all the wrestling fans and battle it out on the mic. There it is. There's the invitation. All you guys do is got to let me know. Just let me know. Zach's with us. He said he got Derek King heated. Yeah, I've been, man. Derek throwed water in my man's face, man.
Right.
Tamale says he'll have Gio on his show soon. I seen a post now, Tamale. I seen a post from Johnny Dotson that said he was going to be on soon too. I want to see you two guys face off, man. I want to see Dotson and Tamale face off. Look, Gio. Let's get back to you, man. We've had the thing with Draco. You kind of been floating around since then, doing your own thing, and now you got you a new partner, Muddy Waters. Let's talk about this tag team, man. How did this come about?
Man, actually, we were doing Muddy Waters before me and Draco.
Okay, well, fill me in, dude.
Yeah, man. We became tag partners back in 2021, I believe, 2022.
Oh, got history. You got more history than him, and you got with Draco. Period.
Oh yeah. And like crazy thing is, like the day that I was paired with Draco was like the same day I brought up my tag partner with me to introduce to the promoter. I was like, "Hey, here's my tag team partner. We're Muddy Waters." And they're like, "Okay, that's great.
But you're
Here's
tagging
your
with
new
Draco.
partner."
So let's stop right there. Let's stop right there, Gio. Let's talk about that, man. You bring your partner up there, man, and I'm sure in the back of your mind you're thinking, man, maybe we'll get to be a tag team, man. Maybe they'll have something for us. Then all of
Right.
a sudden that same day, well, I got you a tag
Same
partner.
day.
You're tagging with Draco for the time being. So talk to me about that ride home with your partner, man.
I mean, he was a good sport about it and everything. I think he was more so mad that I use our tag team moves.
Oh man. Yeah, I'd be mad too, man. I'd be mad as hell too.
I
You
mean,
just out
I had to think of stuff on the fly, you know.
you just out here giving away our shit, Gio. What are you doing, man?
And he said the exact same thing.
Just out here giving it away, man. Look, we've been working on this and we perfected this, and now you just give it to Draco. Man, what's the deal, man?
Well, to be fair, it was some moves that I wanted to do with us that we couldn't do, so I gave it to Draco. So boom.
Well, and here's the thing about wrestling: everything is about timing. It didn't
Yeah.
work out that when you brought him to the studio or to the Wrestle Center, wasn't in the cars then, but now it is in the cars,
Now
man.
it's in the cards.
So talk
Full
to me
circle.
about you two guys, man, and talk to me about Muddy Waters. And what's the dude's name? What is it? Is it Luther or what's the guy's name with you two
Oh,
guys?
RJW.
RJW. Okay,
Yeah,
talk to me
RJW.
about this whole ensemble, man. Talk to me about it because entertaining as hell, man. It's right up your alley. Entertaining as
Oh yeah.
hell, dude.
Man, to be honest, we're just both country boys. Just and we just like bonded off that. Love the blues. When we just trying to think of a name, we were just trying to think of just random stuff like what's related to Mississippi, what's related to country, because we both country boys. And he said, Muddy Waters, and I'm like the blues singer? Heck yeah, let's do it. And it was just on and popping from there. And we
See,
just and we always just bounce off each other. He does something, I do something. I do something, he does something. We just bounce off each other.
dude, I had a total different idea. Uh, I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in jail, man, but you playing cards in jail or something, and somebody stick their hand in the pot real quick. They call it you playing with dirty waters, and I thought that's where it come from. I thought, shit, I love that, dude. But now it makes sense too, man. I mean, it makes sense with the blues, uh, Muddy Waters. Now it is, and that's something too, man. I feel like certain tag teams, certain anybody, if you've got a gimmick, I feel like a lot of times they miss telling you the backstory, telling the fans what this gimmick is, how these two
Right.
guys got together, how they became Muddy Waters. I feel like there's a
Right.
lot of that gets overlooked, and I feel like that's part of the building blocks of a character and a gimmick and
Oh
something you
yeah.
can do something with.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned to Memphis. You'll see some more. You'll definitely see some more.
Hey, full decks on the radar, man. They looking for
Hey,
Muddy
come on.
Waters, man.
Come on.
Full deck. These guys are brothers too. So here's the thing: you get in the ring with full deck, they know each other inside and out, man. They've been tag teaming for life, dude.
Oh, I've seen them work. I've seen them work. I'm a big fan of them.
Let me ask you something. Big Ace Duke, my opinion, Big Ace Duke is a star. Here's the
Absolutely.
here's the issue. I feel like everybody's scared to just let him be him. Everywhere he seems to go, they want to change him just a little, or they want to almost govern him some. Where I think, man, if you just, here's my opinion. The Wrestle Center's full of colors. It's bright, it's blue, it's red. If you dropped Ace Duke right in the center being Ace Duke, there's such a contrast there. There's no way it couldn't get over, man. There's no way it couldn't get over.
Man, I still remember watching and this is when I was still trying to get good. I was watching Ace's match, and he had the crowd in the palm of his hands. And I'm like, okay. And I studied Ace. This is something you don't know, Ace. I studied Ace. I studied him hard. I'm like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start doing this too. Cause he had the crowd in the palm of his hand, and then he called out everybody on the roster. I'm like, but I wasn't on the roster. I was like, oh man, well. But now he calling me out now, so that's all that matters.
Ace, man, I first seen Ace Duke live at EIW in New Bern when they were still in New Bern. And man, the Ace I seen there, the big Ace I seen there, man, if anybody, and Ace, you're going to get your opportunity. I can promise you that. You are tailor-made for kick-ass wrestling. I can promise you that. I can promise you that, Ace. Dude, look, you're prime for KAW, man. If there's ever a place where Big Ace Duke could be exactly who he is and wants to be, it's KAW, man. I can promise you that. And I just feel like a lot of people are missing the boat on Big Ace, is truthfully.
Man.
I feel like a lot of people are missing the boat. I feel like Big Ace can sell tickets. I feel like Big Ace can draw money.
Absolutely.
So look, Gio, let's talk about the future, man. Let's talk about Gio Savage and the future. You're the APW heavyweight champion. You're in Memphis Wrestling. You're tag teaming again now. But here's the thing. Let's go back to Ricky saying, go out, man. Go out somewhere. Make a bigger name for yourself. Is that something you want to do? Because I've had a lot of people on here ask this question, and sometimes I've got a surprising answer. Look, you expect everybody to say, yeah, man, if the WWE calls, I'm there. But I've actually had a few guys say, I'm happy doing what I'm doing. I like my life. I like the way it is. I don't know that I would want to uproot my life to go do something like that. Where do you stand, man?
Well, I'm at the point now where I was getting into that same mindset of just being comfortable where I am. But if the opportunity is given to me, like, I'm definitely going. Like, I'm supposed to have something lining up to go on the West Coast this year.
That'll be good.
So hopefully it all pans out well. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna talk too much about it just yet.
Well, here's the thing. If that opportunity comes and you don't take it, what happens 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 15 years from now, and you've got that in the back of your head? I wish I would have. I should have tried. Right. Here's the thing. You can always go back to doing what you're doing now. Shoot job too. I mean, but if they call and that opportunity comes, in my opinion, anybody would be crazy not to at least go try it. Not everybody's cut out for that lifestyle. But until you go try it, you don't know.
Right.
And that's a life-changing opportunity. You could go from working a shoot job your whole life just trying to make it to making a lot of money in a short time and being set for life. So I feel like if the opportunity comes, if that call comes from anybody in the wrestling business, that goes back to, if you don't really want to make it, get out and give somebody else that spot. Let somebody else take that spot. Where would you like to go from here? So you're in Memphis Wrestling. You're the APW champion. You're over everywhere around our territory. But look, we got the NWA roaming around here. Ohio Valley's roaming around here. TNA, if they don't watch out, TNA is going to become the second wrestling company in the nation.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
Yep.
TNA is on fire right now, and I know a lot of people are going to say that's because they got the WWE behind them, and that don't hurt a bit, but it don't change the fact that what they're doing, people want to see right now.
Exactly.
That's right. What they're doing, people want to see. So let's start out with the NWA in Ohio Valley, man. Where would you prefer to go if you got the call?
I would prefer NWA.
Okay.
Because I feel they have like massive like storytelling talent. Like no shade to Ohio Valley, but I feel like I can learn a whole lot more with NWA.
Right. Here's the thing. I agree with that too. There's a few guys around here I know that have flirted with the NWA and are flirting with the NWA. And here's the thing. It's the next stepping stone. Back when I broke in, you worked the Outlaws and you hope to get to the USWA. You hope to get there, and then you hope to go from, if you get to the USWA, you hope that leads to ECW, WWF at the time, WCW at the time. But it's all about those opportunities. You got to get to that next step before that next step pops up. You got to level up. You got to get yourself out there and put yourself in places that you're uncomfortable. You get comfortable.
Right.
Look, around our area, I mean, what is left for Gio to do? Hold the Memphis Wrestling Heritage title, hold the EPW heavyweight title. After that, where do you go? After that, you've got to level up somewhere if you want to take it to the next level. And I feel like the NWA is the perfect stepping stone for a lot of guys around this area that are already. There's a lot of guys that are at the top of I say a lot. There's a few guys, a handful, that are at the top of the business around our area, and that glass ceiling is just smacking them. All they're doing is smacking their heads into a glass ceiling. So here's the thing. Once you get to that point, if you don't go somewhere else, the only place you can go is down.
Back down, yep.
Down. So I'd love to see you at the NWA, man. I think it's perfect for you.
Hopefully something works out, Hopefully something works out. You might see something soon.
Dude, look, man. There is, and here's the sad thing about our area. We actually have a shitload of talent. Shitload of good guys who can actually wrestle and can actually work. Some guys are separated mentally. Some guys around here only want to be the hometown star. That's all they care about. They don't want to try to go no further. Other guys do, but they don't know how to make the move. But I mean, we have a lot of talent, man. This is the place to learn. Why do you think they always sent guys to Memphis before they sent them off to WWF or WCW? They always sent you through Memphis to become a star. Before you went and became a star, there's a reason for that. And the talent, the stars have changed. We don't have that star power like there used to be around here.
Right.
But man, there's a lot of the talent in ring that are better than a lot of those guys. I mean, it's just the truth. We have some of the best talent around our area that just get overlooked. And that's what I hate, man. That's what I hate, dude. Guys need to. Some guys just don't take this thing serious enough, too. I feel like.
Yeah, and I can understand like just being in their shoes, like having just being in this economy and then not really getting paid much. And if you ask for like an increase, like you'll be ghosted. You'll be ghosted. You won't be booked anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I can see how it is on like both sides of the fence. So.
And there's no. Here's the problem. There's no litmus test around here no more of who can draw money, because here's the thing. Like you said, you start wanting a certain amount of money, you stop getting bookings. And the main reason is because now there's 35, 40, 50 other guys that they think they can slide into that spot, that want that spot and will do it for free. But for free, I mean, you get what you pay for.
Exactly.
It's how I look at it. If you want to book wrestlers because you can get them for free, then they're going to draw you exactly what you're paying them.
Exactly.
Simple as
If
that.
you don't want nothing, oh, okay. But
So look, Gio, we're fixing to wrap it up. We've already went over the hour. We talked about an hour here. We're an hour and
oh
20
man,
in. Let's
oh man.
let's talk about dream matches for you out there. And this could be anybody. It could be somebody around our area, or it could be anybody in the world. WWE, AEW, NWA, TNA. It does not matter. Give me a couple of dream matches, man, you'd like to have with some of these guys.
Man, well, I'm just gonna uh say who just been inspiring me to wrestle. This Shelton Benjamin and well, I'm calling Nick Nimitz. If I can wrestle those two, I can hang my boots up right then and there.
Well, Nick Nemeth, it ain't been that long ago. He was at Memphis Wrestling. Did you get a chance to meet him?
I did, and I was like a little fangirl trying to contain myself.
Dude, he's another guy. He's been at the top of the business for a long time. They never, I mean, he's been the world champion, but they never really let that be sustainable for him. But he
Right.
is absolutely, here's the thing, he's not just one of the best performers we have in the wrestling business. He can legitimately go too. He's got a collegiate background.
Exactly.
He can take your ass down and stretch you if he wants to. And that's hard to come by in the wrestling business, man. You either have shoot guys who can't seem. Kurt Angle's the perfect example. He is the perfect mold between pro and shoot style guys, because I feel like he picked it up better than anybody has. Ken Shamrock was all right, but he's still better at being an MMA guy than he is a pro wrestler. Dan Severn, in my opinion, Dan Severn's a badass, man, but he never really, I don't feel like he ever really locked into, made that transformation from shoot to pro. Kurt Angle meshed both of them together perfectly, and I feel like he's the prototype for any shoot guy that wants to come in the wrestling business. You need to look at Kurt Angle and try to mimic that. Shayna Baszler is another one. You know, they had 2 or 3 of those other horsewomen of the MMA that wasn't quite as good as Shayna. Shayna's good. Shayna was able to shoot and mesh the pro. And you mentioned Shelton Benjamin. Man, this is a dude who'll suplex Brock Lesnar out his boots, man. Shelton Benjamin, that's a hell of a matchup, Gio. I mean, that's a whole different level.
I would freaking love it. I don't care if I'm getting jobbed out. I would freaking love it.
and Shelton, man, he's one of those guys, man. If Shelton had Gio's personality, think about what he could do. And I'm not knocking Shelton at all, because I love Shelton Benjamin. I think he's one of the best in the ring. He's a badass, but he's a little reserved when he gets on camera. He's a little reserved. And man, just think if that guy had, I don't even know who, man, but if he had a little bit more personality, or I don't think that he ain't got it. I think he's reserved out there. He don't. The thing about pro wrestling, you got to let it go sometimes. I had a problem with that. It took me years and years to get comfortable kind of being me out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're not comfortable being you out there, there's always going to be that stopping point for you. You're only going to get so far. The guys who can just let it go and be free are the guys who tend to be the most successful.
And like one thing that helped me, like if you're like, I guess reserved or whatever, like you're in your underwear in front of like everybody. Like be all wild out.
Right.
Whatever.
Hey man, it ain't the time to be reserved, man. Everybody looking at you. You in your damn tidy whities, man. You already. Everybody sees everything. You might as well let it go, dude.
Right. That's what I tell everybody, man. Like if you scared, just you already looking like a fool. You already half naked, so milk it.
Right. Right. Gio, man, I appreciate you coming on so much. I've enjoyed this. It took us over 200 episodes to get you here. But the way I look at wrestling, everything's about timing, and it was the right time tonight,
Yes,
dude.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm having to be 211.
There you go, man. I can't believe there is over 200 of these podcasts, man. It surprised me.
Man.
I didn't expect to be 200 in. I'll be honest with you, dude. And here's the thing. It's all about you guys. Without you guys and girls, because I've had some ladies on, it's all about you guys and girls. Without you guys, there wouldn't be nothing here. Who gonna sit here and listen to me talk by myself for 2 hours? Nobody.
Hey, you got some good wisdom now. You got some real good wisdom.
I don't see how guys do it, man. That's like Dotson. I don't see how he goes live and can talk for an hour straight, man. I run out of shit to say. Look, I can have a whole mile of stuff, and in 15 minutes, I done told you everything I needed to tell you. You know,
see, he a preacher too, so you know he can milk that out.
Yeah, he's used to giving them sermons, man, and I think that's a big asset for Johnny, man. I do. I think that's a huge asset.
It is.
Gio, dude, man, thank you so much for coming on. You don't know how much I appreciate it, my friend.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me on the show.
Yes, sir. You have a great night.
You do the same.
All right, y'all, you seen it right there. Gio Savage. You can catch him at All Pro Wrestling. Anywhere you see that APW on the marquee, go to that show, one of the best shows around our area. You can catch him tag teaming. Muddy Waters, Memphis Wrestling. Gio's been a mainstay, a feature on Memphis Wrestling, I think, since he's been there. Check him out there anywhere Memphis Wrestling runs. You do not want to miss it. Guys, I want to appreciate everybody who tuned in. I know it sucks that the Facebook couldn't load up. I'm still trying to work on that. Like I said, somebody tried to hack my page, and I think that maybe have something to do with the reason I can't go live. It's been limiting what I post too. It's been limited how much I can post. So I'm hoping we get that worked out. Next Wednesday night, man, I got the boss. He's the current Memphis Wrestling Heritage Champion. You do not want to miss that one. Mr. Tap or Snap, the Mid-South Suplex Machine. I'm anxious to talk to Tim Bosby and see what's going on and see where he sees his career going in the future. Thank you all you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next Wednesday.
When you hear that Buster H.R. Oh, man, it's about to go down. You feel the tension in the air. Wrestling fans all over the world, get ready for this right here. They're gonna have a field day with this one. You're about to witness Buster Unmasked! Oh, Lord! Oh, Lord! There's no telling what Buster's gonna say today. We just getting started. Just getting started! Welcome to Buster Unmasked! Hosted by Buster H.R. Johnson!